I was on Downing Street yesterday and I was kind of considering words to use in radio reporting and everything. And the one word that I kept coming back to was misery. Just this, and I think that was highlighted on Wednesday night, just this sense of overwhelming gloom, I suppose, from Conservative MPs that emerged after that chaos in the Commons. I wonder, how would you describe how you feel being in the Conservative Party right now?
Disappointed, embarrassed. I think we have let people down significantly. I think gloom is probably a good word. I think most MPs are finding it extremely tough. I don't think people are asking for sympathy, because there's lots of people in the country finding it extremely tough and looking at this with horror. But I think it's one thing to be making difficult decisions that are unpopular, but they are right. And I've been there 2010 after the election and all the rest of it. But the Brexit years were pretty miserable, divided party, everything else. And a very senior MP said to me earlier this week, she said, it's even worse than the Brexit years. And that is not what people stand for election for. You're getting it in the neck. Your inboxes are full of people rightly complaining. You go back to your constituency, more people complaining. That's what this new leader has got to get us all over.
Wow, okay. When you put it like that, it feels almost insurmountable in some ways, because it's such a stark comparison, one that we know well and have lived through back to the Brexit years and the difficulties of that as elected representatives and as a political party, and for it to be worse than that feels like who would want to inherit that actually at this point?
Well, I have to say, I think there is I'm very pleased we're going to have a couple of people who do want to take it on. Yeah. I don't think it's insurmountable, because I think ultimately the Conservative Party wants its leader to succeed, and Conservative MPs, I hope, will accept that actually what is needed going forward is unity. But it is a difficult situation, and not one that anybody would have wanted to be in. And on a human level, I'm sure that Liz Truss is waking up this morning, perhaps with a load taken off her shoulders, but also equally devastated about what has happened. But it's happened, and therefore they've got to find the right person to move forward.
Nicky, it's really good to speak to you this morning. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's Nicky Morgan, Baroness Morgan indeed, former Education Secretary and Conservative MP. A difficult decision. Interesting that, first of all, I think that she's hoping for one person to emerge, just clean this up on Monday, job done. And that is a realistic prospect, given the rules that the 1922 committee have set out. That is possible on Monday. But
it's possible. I don't think it's realistic.
Well, yes, exactly. It depends on...
It depends, doesn't it, on the conversations that are had behind the scenes.